Hey generous travelers, I hope you're having a good day. I'm Evan. I'm having a good day. The weather's perfect. It's like just warm enough, not too warm. But if you're traveling to Japan, it's going to be much warmer. Anyway, you want to travel to Japan but have no idea how to communicate? Daijobu, you came to the right place. Here are the best channels for you to watch to get to Nihongo Jozu. Let's go. Need Japanese now? Like you're in Narita Airport and you have no idea how to communicate? It's all right. Okay, don't worry. Calm down, take a seat, put down your luggage, and learn Japanese with JapanesePod101.com. Rolls right off the tongue and is exactly what you need. They have just under 2,000 videos and they have covered so many Japanese phrases. I would be surprised if there's a phrase they have not covered by now. Not just that, kanji, grammar, particles, and body language, like they have everything. I'd recommend checking out their basic vocabulary series or the videos that cover very specific instances, just like the one that I briefly mentioned in my previous video.
私は東京駅に行きたいのですが I'd like to go to the Tokyo station.
If you're in a pinch, check out Japanese Pod. But you're not just going there for a week, right? You're going there to get immersed, like take your time and get to know the culture. If that's so, let's get to work. That Japanese man, Yuta, is all about Japanese culture, language, and anime. Yuta is great at mixing culture and anime so you can learn the language. For example, if there's a popular anime going on, for example, right now, there's the Spy Family anime, you may be watching it. He has made videos covering specific phrases that come up in that anime. So if there's a show that you're watching and there may be some phrases that have stumped you, he's probably made a video on it. It's great. But don't worry, he'll make sure that you don't actually sound like an anime character and more like an actual Japanese person.
Anime characters often use words that real-life people don't use very often. One of the most common ones is kisama, which is kind of like an insulting version of you. It's very unlikely that a real-life person uses this word unless they are trying to act like an anime character.
Let your love of anime become the engine to master the language. You know what? What about a guy who actually taught himself Japanese through watching anime? You know, like a real-life example? Matt versus Japan is your guy. Full disclosure, I'm very biased because I had the opportunity to talk to Matt a few years ago, but bias aside, I gotta say, his Japanese is really, really good.
で、その小学校1年生の時からもう普通に日本の学校で
Matt really pushes immersing yourself in the language and focusing on the pitch accent to make sure that's clear. And I gotta say, I really agree this is a great way to learn the language. It is a great step to get from being able to speak the language and being fluent in the language.
In Japanese, every word is pronounced with a specific melody, and this melody is completely fundamental to the pronunciation of a word. So for example, if I take the word hashi, which means chopsticks, if I change the melody that I pronounce hashi with to hashi, that completely changes what word I'm saying.
Just quickly, another YouTuber who gets the pitch accent really well is Dogen. Love his videos, they're easy to digest, they're educational, but not just that, they're hilarious. Also, his videos are in Japanese, but with English subtitles, so they're great for the immersion Matt really pushes.
私は学生です。道元、学生じゃなくて学生です。日本語は基本的にフラットなんで、わかりました。流暢になりたいんだったら、いや、流暢じゃなくて流暢です。
Real sorry to wrap you guys up into the same category, but if you enjoy Matt's videos and you love what you can learn from them, you will enjoy Dogen's. And the same, if you enjoy Dogen's videos, you will probably enjoy Matt's videos. You will love them. Now that you've had some fun, you get to learn some stuff on the way, are you really ready to sink your teeth into this? There is no easy way around it, but ToKini Andy is here to help. So far, Andy has done countless lessons with the Genki and Quartet textbooks. These are Japanese study guides to get you into the language. And don't just take my word for it. I have heard these textbooks come up in many of other YouTubers' videos of them trying to learn Japanese. He does live streams of going through each of the lessons from these textbooks. So it's great if you want to ask questions and take more time with these, but he also edits down those live streams and uploads them as a separate video to make it easily digestible. So it's great if you don't have time either.
So 海にでも行こうか. You can't say 海でも行こうか. It needs to have that ni particle. If the particle that would be required by the verb is wo, ga, wa, or mo, you can just say demo.
With Andy, you won't miss a single lesson. All right, This is our last step before fluency. Let's put it into practice. Some people try to test their understanding by watching anime without subtitles. Then they'll watch it with Japanese subtitles, then with English subtitles, test it and see, oh, how many did I get right? And I think that's great. That's awesome. But as we all know, anime does not have the most natural Japanese.
お前は今まで食ったパンの枚数を覚えているのか
I will rather recommend to you the channel by Hitoki called Onomapu. Hitoki has built a channel that covers a lot of topics around Japanese culture, and it's a great source for learning that. But that's not the biggest thing I'm talking about here. He has subtitled every single video that he's made, and especially his most recent ones. When you click the English subtitles, it will show Japanese on top and English below it. So if you want to take your time and watch it without subtitles, then with just Japanese subtitles, and then with English and Japanese, you can do that. And he's making videos every couple weeks. This is great if you want to test your understanding.
今日は失敗してきた人の勉強方法を紹介したいと思います。ローマ字で勉強しないで。絶対ひらがなを覚えてひらがなで勉強してください。
Learn about the culture, have a good time, test your language, and in no time you will become Nihongo Jozu. That's all for this week. Taishio idake. I wish the best on your journey. Let me know below your favorite Japanese word, and actually no, I haven't even thought of my own favorite Japanese word. I'll put it down there. I'll give me some time, okay? I'll see you next week where I share the best Japanese culture channels for your travel. All right, take care guys. See ya.